We are entering day 4 in the manhunt for this person right here, Joseph A. Couch. But now they have released some 911 phone calls, and there's an eyewitness that talks about what they saw while he was out here in these streets.
Pascal.
What's up, y'all? As you guys already know, we are entering day number 4. It is 4 days since this man opened fire. Joseph A. Couch opened fire on a highway, injuring many, many people, of course, and now a whole town, okay, and surrounding areas are at high alert right now because they do not know where this man is. Like we've talked about it before. I think that they're hoping that he'll just eventually just waltz out of the forest, waltz out of the woods and just say, hey, just arrest me already. I don't know, guys. All I know is that law enforcement has not found this man. And of course, he needs to be brought in as soon as possible. There is the theory that he could be gone, that he may have passed away, that he has perished. And there is another theory that he's long gone, that he's nowhere near the woods. Like he kicked rocks. He gone, baby. He gone. But like I said, we don't know anything yet because they're still looking in this one particular area. But they still say stay vigilant if you're in the surrounding areas. Stay vigilant. If you see something, say something. But there is something here that I wanted to share with you guys here that I found to be interesting. There is a video now that is talking about a eyewitness account telling us what they saw, right? And of course, there's some really gruesome details in these 911 calls that were made right after this tragedy happened. So let's take a look at this video. All right, let's take a look at this whole thing right now.
Just about an hour and a half ago, I had an opportunity to talk to a man who claims that he saw Joseph Couch in the moments after that shooting, as we are very close to the interstate right here, just the intersection of 909 and 25. He says that he saw Joseph Couch coming toward him, and he says the fact that he was armed and he claims Couch was not is what saved his life.
Now, one thing I want to point out, okay? One thing I do want to say before we go into this is that they said that this eyewitness is claiming that this man is not armed. But like I said, we've been hearing a lot of conflicting things. You're going to hear what this eyewitness says. We've been hearing other claims of what this guy looks like or what Joseph is wearing out here in the woods and all that. It's been very interesting, but just take a listen to this. But again, he's saying that this guy is not armed. Law enforcement believes that he could still be armed right now. So let's take a listen.
Black SUV, a white male got out of it, no shirt on, red hat on backwards, blue jeans, comes running through the intersection right into the lot where we're at behind my trailer.
From there.
Now, you heard that, right? Before we continue on, he says the guy got out of a black SUV, which they found that black SUV. He was driving some, I guess, a Toyota of some sort, right? He was unarmed. That is true that they obtained his AR, the same AR that he bought earlier that day to use for this tragedy. So that was discarded somewhere near the vicinity of where he ditched his car. Now he's saying the guy is shirtless and that he's wearing a red baseball cap, right? And he was running through the intersection, okay? Now, what's interesting about that is that we've heard conflicting information, right? There's been reports of a shirtless man running around, pulling a trigger, popping off another firearm. So that's one piece that's very interesting, right? That was even after, because this allegedly, when he ran through this intersection, this was literally moments after this whole tragedy happened, right? So if there's 911 phone calls being made about a guy pulling the trigger out in these areas, either there's other crazy individuals out here pulling triggers in their neck of the woods, or it's him with a firearm, maybe, a little pistol or something like that. I don't know, but it is very interesting that we've been getting a lot of conflicting pieces of information revolving around Joseph Couch and, of course, now his whereabouts. Okay, so let's continue on. Again, very interesting information. There's been reports of the guy having a blue shirt on. Okay. And him having red hair. But I think it's because people are seeing him from afar and he's wearing a red baseball cap. And that's why people are thinking that he has red hair. That's something from like in the very beginning of this news cycle, with all the information that's been circulating out here, that he had red hair. Okay. But clearly it looks like that's getting debunked. And clearly you see in his photo, that's not what he has. He has blonde hair, it looks like, right? So let's continue on.
There he says the man took off into the woods. He says shortly after that, police flooded the area.
Had I not broke a brake line, we would have been on the interstate as he was shooting.
And that's scary to think of too, right? You could be in that area and then all hell breaks loose. And, because of a brake line breaking, lucky you're not there, right? It's crazy.
So I'm here at the 49 exit going towards Lexington. I just got shot at off the top southbound side there.
Numerous people called 911 when their cars and trucks were shot. Some are telling them of injured passengers or of other drivers.
She's gushing blood bad.
Wow.
Okay, and is she on the interstate with you?
Yeah.
49? Okay.
We're on the 49 on the northbound side here. She's gushing blood. I'm going to try some stop this bleeding.
We just called you at mile marker 49, but we had to move up a mile. They're still shooting at. They just tried shooting at a motorcycle guy.
So they just tried to hit a guy on a motorcycle. So again, a lot of this information, very crazy, but let's hear what this reporter got to say.
And that last caller, it was very late in the time that we got the calls. And at first they believed that the shooting was over, but apparently it was not, as she claimed that there was a guy on a motorcycle and shots rang out again as the danger